That's fun. Haha. Well, hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in today. Today I'm going to be riding over to Horse Creek Recreation Area. Now, I don't know a lot about Horse Creek. I know that at one time there was a really large swimming area here, and it was actually a kind of a the Conservation Corps, I think, had created basically a man-made swimming hole. There were pavilions and a campground and things like that. If I understand correctly, a storm came through years ago and destroyed some of the structures and made them unsafe for use, and so there are portions of the park that are closed. I believe the roads are open, and this specifically one road kind of goes up the mountain, and there's quite a few views along the way. Now, I don't know how far I'll be able to go up, because if you look at these mountains, you can see they're covered in snow at the top. We had a storm come through a couple days ago that was mostly rain kind of down in the valley, but up on the mountains it was a pretty good amount of snowfall. So I'm not sure how far up I can go. Also, there are quite a few creek crossings or water crossings, so I'm going to be very careful with those, because today it's down in like the low 50s. So the last thing I want to do is lay this bike down in the middle of a creek and then be frozen to death or something. So I'm going to just take it easy. I'm going to see what I can see. I know there's one road that I want to take called, I think it's called Jennings Creek Road or Old Forge Road or something like that. I think it's called Jennings Creek. And so that goes to a campground, Jennings Creek Campground. So that's one road I want to take for sure. And then Horse Creek Road goes on up the mountain, and I'll just see how far I can get on that. This is an area that I've been wanting to come explore, and I figured I would come on over here today, see what I could do. And if I'm not able to do it all, and I know I won't be able to do it all, because there's one section of this road that I'm going to be on that I know is closed, because they only open it during the summer. So yeah, I'll come back this summer and I'll do that, and then I won't be so worried about dropping my bike in a creek. So yeah, just gonna see what we can see. So this is, if you look here, see the gate is closed. That is the public use area, and like I said, I knew that was closed. Well, that's that. Guess I won't be taking this road any further. on down here and head on up Horse Creek Road, see what we can see there. Because I was supposed to be able to follow that all the way to the campground. And that's the road that I was almost positive was going to be open. And this very well could be like a whole area that's just not open right now. I wanted to try this. I saw this. I wanted to see what it is. Looks like it just goes right here. Well, let's head on up here and see what we see. Yeah, that's one of those pavilions there. See, it's wrapped. It's been damaged and is not used, open to the public anymore. That got rustic really quickly, didn't it? Because this is our road here now. Beautiful area. But wow, this is rough. First water crossing, wow, right off the bat. Okay, if I were in my truck, this would be a no-brainer. I know I could do it. But that bottom looks pretty muddy right there. So that's going to be difficult to navigate on a bike. I would have to come in here and kind of go in like this and then turn. And I don't know how deep that is out there. I have to put my feet down, get my boots wet. That is going to be frigid. So this is a little bit more of an aggressive ride than what I had anticipated. And if it were warm outside, I would not be apprehensive about it in the least little bit. Part of me is saying do it. That's like the adventure side. The adventure side of me is saying, do it, do it. You can do it. All you gotta do is get through that water. And then the logical side of me is saying, it's not worth it. Because this is probably the easiest crossing. I know there's at least 2 more on this trail. And from what I've seen, at least one of them looks really deep. So, man, I think the smart thing to do would be just to turn around, don't drown. Which in this case is more like turn around, don't get hypothermia. Know the bike's capable of it. I think I have the ability, but on the off chance that I'm overconfident in my ability, I cannot ride home wet, and I do not have additional clothes. Okay, so the right thing to do is not to do this, and to put it on my list to come back this summer. So Horse Creek is a no today. Everything's closed anyway. And instead, we will see if we can do Round Knob. How you doing? Doing pretty good. You gonna do some hiking?
Yeah, take the dog up here and walk in there every now and then.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. I was gonna take Horse Creek road up and got to that first creek crossing and decided I don't want to take a chance of dropping this thing. It'd be a cold, wet ride home.
Hey, you got to cross that. What? You been up there before?
I've not been up there before, but I've looked at the map. It looks like there's 2 or 3 of those crossings.
No, it's a lot more than that.
Is it?
I don't want to tell you wrong. I mean, I've been hiking these mountains probably. My grandfather brought us up in here when we was probably 4 or 5 years old and started swimming the creek and stuff. And I've hiked everywhere you can think of through here. Appalachian Trail, back and forth, around, up and down. I think one night we did this, coming from the AT. I think we crossed this thing, and it's not big like the one you see there. It's pretty good size in a few different places. I thought we'd done it like 17 times.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I would never take my bike up there. If you ever got a friend or somebody or an ATV or one of them side by sides, you know, they go up and down through there pretty good. But there's times I tried it, used to, on my dirt bike years ago, when they would allow it a lot of times. And then I said, shoot, I'm just going to take the ATV from now on. I used to just live like a couple, 3 or 4 miles from here a few years ago. I don't now, but I think it was 4.5 miles roughly to the top of Cold Springs Mountain.
Yeah.
You know, about a mile up past the second or third creek, you can go straight instead of veering to the left to go on up to the top of the mountain. And you go back in there and there's a really nice waterfall.
Okay.
You know, to go see.
So this, if I understand right, this all used to be open to the public, and some storms came through that basically shut it down.
Yeah, the storms did. They closed it off. The Forestry Service did, or TWRA, whoever. Like they shut a lot of them down. There at one time we couldn't even go to Max Patch.
Yeah.
You know, we couldn't go nowhere. We've traveled the Blue Ridge Parkway, you know, over the past 10 or 12 years, back and forth, from one end all the way into Virginia toward Harper's Ferry and Front Royal, and everything, hiking all the trails. They wouldn't even be nobody had the trash cans done. And they had this one shut down just to here a while back.
Yeah, I noticed, like, I was going to go up Old Forge Road, but they got the gate closed up there.
They do, yeah. I think after probably about the 1st of May, you'll be able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. They open a lot of these service roads up and stuff, because used to, see, we could drive our car and go into the campground and set our tent up or a little camper or whatever. They don't want to do that no more. It's more being more primitive.
Yeah, I got you.
Like that and stuff. But shoot, we had reunions down here. My families did in the 60s. And everything like I don't know what. And ain't nobody does much anymore.
Yeah. Well, you have a good one.
Listen, I've really enjoyed talking to you.
Yes, sir. I'm glad I stopped.
You just take care of yourself, okay?
All right, we'll talk.
We'll see you again somewhere on there, and I'll be watching your pictures and stuff coming up on your channel.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, we'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Well, that was a nice conversation. Super nice guy. So let's head over here, I guess, to Round Knob. See what we can see. This road rises quickly. Oh my goodness, we're already pretty high up. This is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. This is a really cool road. So this goes up to Round Knob. Recreation area. Well, here we go. So let's walk around here a little bit at Round Knob. It's really just like I thought it was supposed to be a campground. And maybe you can camp here. I don't know. Looks more like just kind of like a picnic area, really. Oh, kind of investigate a little bit. Really cool. Super quiet area. I guess if you wanted to camp up here, there's a fireplace, so pavilion. It's a trail that goes off down the hill there. So I don't know, maybe there's some primitive campsites around here, I'm not sure. I get the feeling that maybe this used to be more around here. I mean, you can see they used to have one of those big boards there kind of explaining the rules and if there were fees or all that kind of stuff. Obviously, the area is not maintained like it once was. Still a really cool area. And again, it's just really quiet. That's what I love. I mean, I'm just gonna hush and let you just listen. It's just super quiet. I love places like this, especially when I have them to myself. I think I'm gonna take a little break here and maybe get my tea out and drink a little bit of tea and just sit and rest for a while and then move on. So, Round Knob. All right, so I had me a little break up here at Round Knob, and we're going to go back down the mountain now, and I'm going to take something called the Greystone spur. We'll see what we can see, and then I'm going to head on back down the mountain and head on home. This is Greystone Spur here to the left. Let's just see where it goes. That's fun. Haha. Okay. Oh. Just lost traction back there, and then I lost power, and I couldn't downshift fast enough. Let's see if I can get on this thing. Because I'm on the low side. Alright, there we go. Yeah. So I couldn't downshift fast enough to get my power back. So, lesson learned right there. When you're going up something like this, it's better to be in a low gear and higher RPMs. Alright, there we go. See what we can do here now. Okay. So, spun all the way to the top of that. I told you in my video the other day where I was going through all the different components on this bike that I love these crash bars because it made me not scared to drop the bike. And I've dropped it playing around in the yard before. That's the first time I've ever really dropped it. Like on a ride. But that's just how quick it can happen. Once you get momentum working against you. See what this looks like. This don't look too bad. This ground's like super soft and muddy. And now we have a gate. And another radio tower. Let's see if we can make it down all this now. Alright, here we go. At least there was nobody around to see me drop the light. Well, I guess I'll take that back because you're watching it on YouTube. So you all got to see it. Alright, here we go. See if we can do this. Just gonna go slow. It's sliding. It is sliding. Momentum is your friend. Just get it pointed in the right direction, gear down, and let her slide. No sharp turns or movement. And I picked kind of a sketchy line going up that hill, and I knew once I started going up that I had chosen a bad line. You see why I love this bike. If I had been like on a GS, or maybe even like a African Twin, or one of those bigger adventure bikes, the way that bike was laying, I'm not sure that I would have gotten it up by myself, because it was actually laying with the tires kind of uphill from the rest of the bike. So I was at a disadvantage from a physics standpoint to get the bike picked up to begin with. But because this bike is so light, I was able to pick it up fairly easily. Round Knob really turned out to be a cool experience. I'm glad that I'm almost glad Horse Creek didn't work out. Look at this. Goodness. What a beautiful, beautiful view. All the way down. This is what I get to see. Knob turned out to be a really cool ride, and enjoyed it a lot. So this is probably where I'm going to end the video. You don't care anything about watching me ride a bunch of highways, but man, I had a great time, and thanks for tuning in. One thing I would like to ask you that helps me out a lot, if you've not already done so, go ahead and like this video. That helps me out in the with the YouTube. Oh, I can't remember the word. It'll get my videos seen more, and then also, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you can get more content like this in the future. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. And in the meantime, go and have your own adventure. Bye.